Anand, we can play the video. Anand?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this orientation for the foundation level students of the BS program in Data Science and Applications. We will walk you through the various steps which are a part of the foundation level, the various rules that govern the foundation level of the BS program in the next half an hour. We will start off with this particular slide. All of you must have seen this when we were actually doing orientations for the program itself. And this is the layout of the program. And currently you are at the foundation level. So you have cleared the qualifier, you are taking courses in the foundation level of the program, and you are where we are showing this in red block. You are in the first part of the program, which is the foundation level of the program. Courses in the foundation level are 8 courses. There is Maths 1 and Maths 2, there is English 1 and English 2, there is Statistics 1, Statistics 2, and Computational Thinking and Introduction to Python. So these are the 8 courses that form the foundation level of the BS in Data Science and Applications. So these are pathways in which you can actually complete the foundation level depending on your background. Say whether you have a technical background, you have some coding knowledge, whether you have a strong maths background, whether you know statistics, you've been maybe doing some part of math stats in part of your other program or as part of your work. Depending on your time availability also, whether you're a working professional who can only give say 10 hours or 15 hours per week for studying from this program, or whether you're doing this program as full time, you can choose the various options that are given here. So basically, let's see the column which is to the rightmost. We call it the fastest path. You can complete the foundation level of 8 courses in 2 terms or 8 months. Basically, this will require a commitment of about 40 hours per week from you of effort and study time, because there are 4 courses. On an average, we say that every course takes about 10 to 15 hours of study time. So at least 40 hours you should be making available to study if you want to do 4 courses from this level in a particular term, right? So how would we say you can divide it is, you can do about 5 hours per weekday, Monday to Friday maybe, or 6 hours per weekday, Monday to Friday. So that comes to about 25 to 30 hours. And then on the Saturday, Sunday, you can probably give about another 15 to 20 hours of study time. So this is the way that you can schedule it. And the courses you will take is English 1, Maths 1, Statistics 1 and CT in the first term. And the next term will be English 2, Maths 2, Statistics 2 and Introduction to Python. Now, suppose you are not a full-time student in the program, or suppose you have other engagements that you are a part of. Maybe you're doing a college program on the side, or maybe you're a working professional, or maybe in general you want to do the math stats better because you don't have a background. In that case, we would suggest that you do the foundation level in 3 terms. And the way that the courses will progress will be, the first term you do English 1, Maths 1 and Computational Thinking. In term 2, you can take up Statistics 1, English 2 and Maths 2. And the third term, you do Statistics 2 and Introduction to Python. So, of course, you can work around the courses. This is just our suggestion. You can work around on what courses exactly you want to do in each term. Look at the prerequisites though for them. English 1 is a prerequisite to English 2, Maths 1 is a prerequisite to Maths 2, Stats 1 is a prerequisite to Stats 2, and CT is a prerequisite to Python. So when you plan your courses per term, think of which one you will do first so that you can do the course in the next immediate term which has that as the prerequisite. And the last one, the column 1 that we are given, a comfortable pathway, is typically you take 4 terms to complete the foundation level, you do only 2 courses per term, and this is a very kind of we would say a comfortable pathway or an easy way to complete the 8 courses of the foundation level. So basically you start off with English 1, Maths 1 in term 1, then you do Stats 1 and CT in term 2, you do Maths 2 and Intro to Python in term 3, and Stats 2 and English 2 in the term 4. You can swap maybe Intro to Python with English 2 in case you want to spend more time on the coding part, or you can use it as is. So these are 3 different pathways that we recommend from our side on how you can complete the 8 courses of the foundation level. And we will also tell you, in general, only 10% of the students who enter the foundation level actually complete 8 courses in 2 terms. These are typically the full-time students or those who have a very strong background in maths and coding. Otherwise, the normal that we are seeing is 3 to 4 terms that students are completing the foundation level in. The fees per course at the foundation level, you can see here, I think all of you will be aware of this. Even on the website we have given this. The fee per course at the foundation level is rupees 4,000. There are of course waivers for students from various categories. So the fee per category is given here. So for students belonging to the SC/ST category or PWD with more than 40% disability are given a 50% fee waiver already, and depending on their income level they get additional fee waivers on the course fees too. So you pay either 4,000 for the general category where you have no waivers, or it could be rupees 2,000 per course or 1,000 per course. And the documents that are needed for us to extend this waiver are given here. So it could be a combination of the SC/ST certificate with the family income certificates, the EWS certificate with the family income certificates, the PWD certificate, or the OBC NCL with the family income certificates. So one thing I'd like to remind you, the 32,000 for the foundational level, or appropriately what you would pay for your category, need not be paid to us at the beginning when you enter the program. You will pay only for as many courses as you register to in every term. So if you register to 2 courses and I belong to the general category, say, I will pay only rupees 8,000. If I belong to, say, the OBC NCL less than 1 lakh per annum income category, then I will pay only 2,000 rupees in that term for the 2 courses that I register. We will not be asking you to pay for the entire 8 courses at the beginning itself. So this is one very important point that we would like to point out and we would like to emphasize. Please go through this very carefully. This is given on the website too. This is one of the most important program rules that you have to be aware of. Basically, the entire BSc program, the IIT Madras Senate has approved, needs to be done within 6 years or 18 terms. And if you want to complete the BS program, it has to be completed within 8 years or 24 terms. Okay, this is for the BSc level and for the BS level. But each individual level of the program too has an individual cutoff time of about 9 terms or 3 years in which the levels should be completed. In fact, we are debating on changing a part of this also. We will get back to you once the policy is finalized. But for now, the IITM Senate has approved that the foundation level should be completed in a maximum of 9 terms or 3 years. And both the diplomas should be completed within a maximum time of 9 terms or 3 years. Okay. So this is something you have to keep in mind, and the time is calculated from the first term you registered for courses within the program. So supposing I register in January 2021, right? So Jan 21, May 21, September 21. We run 3 terms a year. So in 2021, it will be counted as 3 terms. In 2022, it will be counted as 3 terms. In 2023, it will be counted as 3 terms. So by December 2023, students who joined the foundation level in January 2021 would have completed 9 terms. If they still have not completed the foundation level, they would no longer be permitted to continue with the program and they will be removed from the program. Okay, so from when you start the program, you have to ensure that you complete the foundation level within 9 terms. And these 9 terms will also include the terms where you do not register to courses or you take an RKA break, right? Registration keep alive, that you are telling us that I am not doing any courses actively, that's RKA. So it includes those also where you take a break or you register with us saying it's an RKA. So putting together all this, we'll count 9 terms and you have to complete the foundation level within that. You have to complete 2 diplomas within again 9 terms or 3 years. So from the term you enter the diploma level, right? The first term that you enter the diploma level and start courses, from there we will again start the count of 9 terms. You have to complete the 2 diplomas within a period of 9 terms. If you do not complete the foundation level in 9 terms, you will be removed from the program, email ID will be deactivated. You cannot continue the program beyond this. So be very, very aware of this. Ensure that you register to courses regularly. Ensure that you make a plan to complete the foundation level within this if you're serious about completing the BS program from IIT Madras. Okay, coming back to the good parts, now that you've completed your qualifier and you have registered to courses with us, you would have received an email ID from our side which says roll number at ds.study.iitm.ac.in. Okay, this is the format of roll number that we give to all students. The first 2 digits show the year in which you started it, the second 2 will show the term in which you started the foundation level with us. So you can log into courses going forward only with this ID. Your personal ID would have been deactivated and you can access the dashboard, you can access the courses only with the program given email ID. Okay, and your ID card would have been generated by us. You can find it in the document section of your dashboard. So these would have been done now that you're entering the foundation level and you're starting the program with us. Okay, coming to the structure of the courses and the assessments that are there, I think you all would be aware that typically we have 2 quizzes and we have 1 final exam for every course. So quiz 1 is conducted at the end of 4 weeks, quiz 2 is conducted at the end of 8 weeks and the final exam is conducted at the end of 12 weeks when the course is completed. So some pointers with regard to when the qualifier score will be used as quiz 1 score and when it will not be used. So supposing you are doing the qualifier in say January 2024 term, right? So if you continue to register to courses having passed the qualifier in January term itself, the qualifier will be considered as quiz 1 score. Then you will go on to write quiz 2 and the final exam and we will get out your grade based on it, right? So if you register to the qualifier in January 24 but you do not opt to continue with courses in the January term but you say I will come back in May term or September term, in that case we will use your qualifier score as the quiz 1 score in the May term for the courses you register. But supposing you register for say English 1 and Maths 1 in the January term after your qualifier in the January term, in the May term we will not consider your qualifier scores as quiz 1 scores. You have to give your quiz 1 as a fresh quiz. That's how the policy of the program works. That's what I've given here in terms of term X and term X plus 1 in generic terms so that it's not limited to any time period. But this is a way that the qualifier score will or will not be used as the quiz 1 score. The quiz 1 is broadly based on contents of weeks 1 to 4 and quiz 2 is based on weeks 1 to 8 and the final exam is based on contents provided in the weeks 1 to 12 of the course. Okay, these are the dates for this particular year, academic year of 2024. The 3 terms are listed here and the quiz 1, quiz 2 end term exam dates are given here. So these are finalized from our side. There will be no changes in this unless there is something very compelling for us to make the change, but we think that this will be the final schedule that we will adhere to. The dates for the OPPs and any other vivas that we have to do will be announced before or during the term as is applicable for each course. So that alone the schedule is not done yet. The January schedule is done. It is shared with all of you. You can find that in your calendar. You can find that in the grading document and so on. But for all the other terms, May term and September term, we will define the dates for the OPPs and any other assessment components just before the term is released. Okay, and do read our emails, do read our announcements just in case we are making any change. We should not be making any change in these assessment dates, but if at all, please do watch out for our announcements, emails, WhatsApp messages to see whether there are any changes in the proposed dates. Okay, let us come to the grading pattern, because many of you are coming into the program for the very first time. I'm not sure whether you're aware of how we calculate the final course grade for these courses. So I would like to spend some time in explaining how we will do the calculation for the course grades for the courses in the foundation level, right? Firstly, just like you had an eligibility to attend the qualifier exam, correct, that you got a hall ticket for the qualifier exam based on assignment scores of weeks 1 to 4, there is an eligibility to get the hall ticket for the final exam also, right? So the eligibility to get the hall ticket for the final exam is average of the best 5 out of the first 7 weeks of graded online assignments that you do in the course should be greater than or equal to 40%, okay? And you have to mandatorily attend one of the 2 quizzes. These 2 conditions have to be satisfied to get the hall ticket for the final exam. And eligibility to obtain the final course grade, whether it's a pass grade or it's a fail grade, attending the end term exam is mandatory for that. With respect to any other specifics of courses, check the grading document for further details. But basically, the final exam is mandatory to attend if you need to get a pass grade in your course. So calculating the final score, how do we do it? There's a generic formula that we use for 7 out of the 8 foundation courses. So supposing we have GAA, which is defined as average score in best 10 out of all weekly graded assignments. Okay, so this is one component that is there. QZ1 is the score in quiz 1, QZ2 is the score in quiz 2, and F is the score in the final exam that you will write after the end of 12 weeks. Assuming that these are the assessment components for the course, 10% weightage is given for the average score in the weekly graded assignment. So we have given 0.1 GAA, and then there is a formula wherein if you have attended both quizzes or if you have attended one quiz, we do a combination of the 2, see whichever is the higher mark, and then we add it to the weekly graded assignment score. So this is the formula that we use. And for statistics 2, we have a bonus points component from an extra activity also. So that is something that is optional. You can do it if you want. If you want to get more marks, you can do that. For statistics 1, we just introduced it last term. I'm hoping it will continue, but you can again watch out for announcements on it to get some bonus points from this. Otherwise, the final score is calculated based on your weekly graded assignments, your quiz 1, your quiz 2, and the end term exam score. For Python programming alone, we will have 2 programming exams that will be scheduled for you. So the eligibility for appearing for the online proctored programming exam, this is a term that you will have to get familiar with. It is called OPPE in our site. So a lot of mails and messages you will get based on this term called OPPE. So all students will be scheduled to write OPPE 1, which is the first programming exam. So all of you can attempt it and you can score in that. Apart from it, apart from the weekly graded assignments we have in Python, which is an multiple choice, multiple select kind of a quiz thing, as well as programming assignments, every week on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we also open up a timed programming assignment. And you have to attempt this timed programming assignment. One, it gives you a practice for handling the OPPs. So the OPPs are typically 90 minutes in which you have to write 3 or 4 programs. For those of you who are very new to coding, it is a huge challenge that people are not really able to do 3 programs in 90 minutes, get it to work, compile, run, and also pass the test cases. Hence, what we have done with these Friday, Saturday, Sunday timed assignment is that we try to emulate the OPPs and we give you a 7 PM to 9 PM time and we say try to do the programs that we are given in that slot so that you get used to how do you apportion your time between the programs within a limited duration. That is some practice that we give you. But this weekly assignment that we do on Friday, Saturday, Sunday will define the eligibility for you to appear in OPPE2. Okay. So, if the average of the scores of the best 4 out of the first 6 timed assignments is greater than or equal to 40 out of 100, only then we will schedule OPPE2 for you. Else, we will not schedule OPPE2 for you. Please be clear about this. We've had many students in the past who do not read this, in the grading document, say they are not aware of it. But this is a condition that we have been following at least for the last 2 or 3 terms. And this will be valid even for the terms that are coming up. And eligibility to write the final exam is as follows. One is of course the weekly graded assignment score like we did in the previous slide. Best 5 out of the first 9 weekly assignment scores should be greater than or equal to 40 out of 100. That is there. And if the average of the scores of the best 4 out of the first 6 timed assignments is also greater than 40 out of 100. So, you can see that the weekly timed assignment that we do on the weekends affects you in 2 ways. It determines your eligibility for OPPE2. It determines your eligibility to get the hall ticket for the final exam. So, you need to do your weekly graded assignments, you need to do your weekend programming assignments, you need to also do your OPP as well to be eligible for the final exam and to get a final course grade. Okay. So, eligibility for the final course grade you can see attending the interim exam like we said which is mandatory. Score in one of the 2 OPPs should be greater than 40 out of 100. Otherwise, you will not get a pass grade. So, we are ensuring in the Python course that you know the theory part also well, but you also know to write a program and you are able to pass the programming exam. So, I hope this is clear. Go through the grading document if you have any doubts. If you have further any questions, you can ask the instructors or you can ask on the discourse forum and the team will reply to you.
Yeah, hi, good evening all. Let me share my screen and I'll explain you about new policy for foundation level, which was not included, which we have just explained one liner in the video. I just wanted to explain it a little more about this. So, see, as you all know, we have a certain limit for each level. So for foundation level, student has to complete from the term when you have started a foundation will be calculated. Even if you are taking RK in between, that will also be included. So foundation level should be completed in 3 years. It should be completed in 9 terms. The student, those who are unable to complete all the 8 courses in 9 terms, they are not eligible to continue the program further. So please plan accordingly to complete the all 8 courses in foundation level in 3 years, that is 9 terms. And in the video, we have mentioned like diploma level should also be completed in 3 years, 9 terms, but that was changed now as a 12 terms. So you have 4 years of time to complete both the diplomas, but there is no change in the completion of BSc and BS level. So you have to complete all the 4 levels in the maximum of 8 years. Minimum you can able to complete it in 4 years itself, but the individual level limitation should be there. You have to plan accordingly to complete that respective courses in the respective level in the maximum limit. And I'm mentioning again, RKA, if you are taking RKA in between the level, that should also be counted. But we have some checkpoints for both levels, all levels. So we'll now see what is the checkpoint for foundation level. I just wanted to mention this here. the student, those who are starting foundation level, that is the term one of foundation, those who are starting from May 2024, for them, this checkpoint alone for them is applicable. From May 2024 onwards, who started foundation level, for them, this checkpoint is available. But the 3 year limitation is available for all the programs, though irrespective of start, term of foundation. So it was there from in the program from the first. So 3 years, that is 9 terms. Within that, student has to complete foundation level. So this checkpoint alone applicable for the student, those who started foundation level, that is term one of foundation from May 2024 onwards. What is a checkpoint is that student has to complete at least 4 courses within 4 terms. Now, in the first 4 terms, you have to complete at least 4 courses, else you are not eligible to continue the program. Likewise, in 6 terms, you have to complete 6 courses, and in 9 terms, you have to complete all the 8 foundation level courses. Where this checkpoint will be followed very strictly. If you didn't complete 4 terms, 4 courses in 4 terms, you are not eligible to continue the program. 6 terms in 6 courses, not eligible to continue. Same wise in the 9 terms, if you didn't complete all the 8 courses, you are not eligible to continue the program. So now, hope it will be clear. If you have any doubt, you can write to support. So I'll stop sharing my screen. We have, rolled out a G form to ask queries. We have got quite a few questions in the G form. We'll read out those queries and we'll see the answers. What we have already explained all these things in our, orientation itself. I just wanted to, take few questions from that G form. Yes, along with me, Abhinaya is here, so she'll read out the questions now.
So we have first question regarding the course program. So can you take an implement exam for any course as many times I want?
Yeah, improvement exam you can take. So, if you completed any courses successfully, if you want to take improvement of that course, if you want to increase the CGPA, you can take improvement. But the thing is like you have to repeat all the process, like submission of assignment, writing both the quizzes to be eligible for interim exam to get a course grade. Everything is you have to repeat again. Everything is mandatory. And one more thing is like the fee also should be double the fee what the exact fee for that particular course. And one more thing, you can do found improvement in any level. For example, if you are in a diploma and degree level, if you want to do a improvement of foundation level courses, that is also acceptable, but that should be within that max of 4 level in each term. So we are requesting student, instead of taking improvement, you can concentrate on new courses to improve your CGPA.
So can I get an early access to the stuff like
See, all our courses are there in our YouTube channel. You can watch out any lecture video. Only the graded assignment will be released along with the content in a weekly basis. Apart from that, in a playlist, as a playlist, all our courses till degree level are available in our YouTube channel. You can watch out anytime. The student, those who are continuing in the same term, for example, in January 2025 term, if you cleared qualifier, if you are continuing in the same term, you will start from week 5 for the foundation level. But if you are deferring to the next immediate level, May 2025 or September 2025, you have to start from week 1 and you have to write both the quizzes again. So once you exited, with the diploma certificate, once you quit the program, once you got the original certificate from us, you cannot enroll degree level with us. I guess this question is something different. Those who entered into, direct entry diploma, they are asking like whether it's, possible to enter into degree level. We have a, option for this. For this, you can write to support to get more details. Yeah, if you take one course in one term, it's very difficult to complete in a certain limit for all the levels. So we are requesting student to take maximum number as you can as you can consider your commitment and to take maximum courses in level in each term. You can able to complete the level early. And as I said, we have a maximum limit for each level, and there is a checkpoint also. Please check everything. Everything is there in our student handbook. We are requesting all to go through the policy in the student handbook and plan accordingly.
So next time, when it comes to exam city difference for this one, can we change it now or any options to that?
Yeah, we will be giving edit option to change the exam city for every 3 weeks or 4 weeks before the exam date. You can change at that time. Yes, the student, those who entered into JEE entry, initially you would have paid 3,000 as application fee. After that, if you enroll into term, if you if you took, foundation level courses, then only you are eligible to, then only you are entering into the term. That is means you are entering into the term. So once you enter into the term, all quizzes, end term exam, everything is applicable for you. So you have to mandatorily write, quizzes and end term exam if you are eligible for end term exam.
For OBB,
Yeah, we'll announce the date for the student, those who are in Python, those who enroll in Python, for you, OPP is applicable. Those students will go through this SCT. Those who already took SCT and is, approved in the previous term, those who are repeating, it's only for the repeat student. Those who enroll newly this time, you have to, mandatorily attend this SCT. We'll announce this date shortly.
is there any recordings of how much they are there, how much they have completed? Is there any
There is no recording, but in your portal itself, you can see what are all the courses you have watched. You will be having a symbol there, so you can check from portal itself. No, it's called as best. You'll be having a deadline for every graded assignment. Content you can watch at any time. That is not an issue. But you'll be having some deadline for the graded assignment. Every Friday we'll be releasing content for that week along with the graded assignment with a deadline. So you have to submit the assignment before the deadline, else it will be missed. And one more thing we'd like to inform, like if you submitted the graded assignment successfully, in the top, you will be getting a latest submission date and time. That definitely that will be recorded. Please, every submission, please check whether it is recording or not. Else, if there is any internet issue, if you didn't submit properly, it will not be recorded. So every time if you submit, please check whether it was recorded, your latest submission date and time in the portal. So you have to repeat. You will not be eligible to get the course grade. In grading document, we have clearly mentioned as a table. If you miss end-term exam, what the grade will be. If you miss OPPE, what the grade will be. What is the eligibility to get the course grade. Everything was explained clearly in the grading document. Please check and plan accordingly. If you missed both the OPPE, you're not eligible to get the course grade.
within this particular qualifier?
Okay. And the student, see, actually, initial application, we have a two mode. One is a regular entry mode, another is a JE based mode. Regular entry mode student, they'll go for, qualifier process. They will submit assignment. They'll eligible for qualifier exam. Then they will write the qualifier exam on February 3rd. The student, those who are enter into JE entry, if your document is approved, you will immediately enter into foundation level. You have to register courses for the foundation level and you will start from week one itself as a foundation level student. So February 23, the student, those who JE document is approved, those who enroll with us as a foundation level student, you will get a student email ID immediately and you will be writing quiz one on February 3rd. That is not qualifier for you. The student, those who registered in this term, a few, no, it's under process. Most of you would have received a student email ID now. If not received, you will receive it today. If any late, student, those who applied as a exception as a late, after registration, if you accept anything, those students alone didn't receive it. Most of the student we have sent already. So this was released now. So ID card will be released mostly, in a couple of days or next week. The student, those who are quitting the program, you have to write to support to get the form for this, and after that, the procedure will be explained in there itself. So one thing I would like to inform here, like the student, those who are quitting the program, those who are getting a original certificate, they are not eligible to continue any level anymore. If you got a original certificate, that's it. But in the foundation level, there is no original certificate. It's only soft copy. So actually, the PAN card G form we have circulated now, but it will be considered. We are, planning to verify all the response what we got in the G form. But this response, this verification status, whatever it is, it's approved or rejected, it will not affect your January term fee waiver. This is applicable only for the May 2025 term onwards. So that is, it's mandatory from that term. So the student, those who submitted now, those who are going to submit in May 2025, if you don't have a PAN card, please apply and get it. If you have any other issue, any other questions, you can write to support, but it will not affect your Jan 2025 term. It is purely for the May 2025 term. We are going to, do a verification, and we are going to segregate the student, those who are approved and those who are rejected. Rejected student has to upload your income certificate again, revised income certificate again in May 2025 application. So please be ready for that. If you don't have a PAN card, please be apply now and get it before May term. The term started already. So today is the first day of our term. The content released. We have started releasing from the morning itself. End of the day, before end of the day, you will get all the announcement from the course group. Like, what are the courses has been released. If you registered any courses, you will be added to all the groups and everything, and you would have got the course. I know. Card in your dashboard. From there, you can able to access the courses. We have rolled out a G form also yesterday. If you face any issue in accessing your registered courses, if the course card is not visible in your dashboard, if you are unable to access the content, whatever it is, you can, fill that G form with a course name, so that our team is monitoring. Our team can able to rectify it, early. Our team is monitoring that response sheet. It's a, you have to come to a center. The student, those who are in India, have to come to a center. If the student is not in India, we have a remote proctored exam mode that, those student will receive how the detailed email, how the exam will be conducted in a remote proctored mode. Other student, definitely you have to come to center for writing quizzes and end term exam. Okay. Thank you for this, and please, if you anyone started watching this session later, please watch the session carefully from the first. Check our student handbook, which is available in your dashboard. Under latest update, you can find the student handbook, and we have sent grading document. Everything is there in your hand. Before starting the term, please check all the policies. Please check all the grading document, what are all the exams are mandatory, and how you'll be, what is the criteria to be eligible for end term exam, what is the criteria to get the course grade, everything is there in your hand. Please check everything carefully. If you have any doubt, you can write to support, for any clarification. Thank you for Anand. We can close the session. ஆனந்த்.
சொல்லுமா சிந்து.
செஷன் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடலாம்.
ஆ
Teams.
ஓகேம்மா. ஆ
Okay.
ஓகே.